Natalie Portman started acting when she was 12 and hasn't relented ever since. In the business for 30 years, Portman has spent 3/4 of her life in a public manner and, cutting against the stereotype, has emerged a well-adjusted and well-rounded actress. She's picked her roles carefully and well and has already reached the heights of Hollywood, though her best work might still be ahead of her. Portman landed her first role in 1994's Leon the Professional, where she played Matilda Lando, who comes under the care of a hitman. Portman's parents, reasonably, were against her taking the role but relented after the director, Luc Besson, altered the script to remove some aspects they found objectionable. The movie did well critically and commercially, though it has since come under fire in the wake of the Me Too movement, and Portman has quote-unquote complicated feelings about the film. Following Leon, Portman juggled two aspects of her life: schooling and acting. She described herself as being very serious and driven and being sure that she wanted to act. But concurrently, she ensured that she kept up with her schooling, eventually being admitted to and graduating from Harvard in 2003. Her acting in Leon impressed other directors who hired her for movies like Heat, directed by Michael Mann, Beautiful Girls, directed by Ted Demme, and Everyone Says I Love You, directed by Woody Allen. She was cast opposite Leonardo DiCaprio in 1996's Romeo and Juliet, directed by Baz Luhrmann, but dropped out and turned down an offer to play Lolita because of the sexual content. When no films appealed to her, she took to stage roles, such as that of Anne Frank in a Broadway revival of The Diary of Anne Frank, and balanced attending school during the day and performing at night. She might have been the world's busiest teen at this point, and her education was more important to her than her career. When asked about it, she said, quote, "I don't care if it ruins my career. I'd rather be smart than movie star," end quote. In 1997, she transitioned to doing big-budget movies, and she started off with a bang, as Padme Amidala in George Lucas's Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, when she was finishing up her senior year of high school. The movie turned Portman into an international star and was a commercial success, though critical reviews were mixed. Portman would reprise her role twice, in 2002's Attack of the Clones and 2005's Revenge of the Sith, both of which were commercial successes. While most of her other movies were overshadowed by the immense figure that is Star Wars, she remained an active actress the whole time, with movies like 1999's Anywhere But Here, 2000's War of the Hardest, 2003's Cold Mountain, 2004's Garden State and Closer, and 2006's V for Vendetta. Portman is one of those actresses that is impossible to pigeonhole. She doesn't just do big-budget blockbusters or rom-coms or action films or indies. She does a little bit of everything, taking on interesting, sometimes physically intensive roles and always bringing something different to the mix. Closer marked a new high watermark for Portman. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress at the Academy Awards, though a win would still be a few years away. Done with school by this point, Portman focused on acting. In 2007, she starred in a short film, Hotel Chevalier, directed by Wes Anderson, and appeared in another Wes Anderson film, The Darjeeling Limited. In 2008, she was in The Other Berlin Girl, opposite Scarlett Johansson and Eric Bana, and in 2009, she was in Brothers with Tobey Maguire and Jake Gyllenhaal. But besides appearing in Star Wars, her most important role of the new millennium came in 2010's Black Swan, in which Portman plays a ballet dancer that descends into madness as she prepares for a production of Swan Lake. Starring with Mila Kunis and directed by Darren Aronofsky, the film was a tremendous critical and commercial success and earned Portman an Academy Award for Best Actress and enshrined her as one of the best actresses working today. Her next film was 2011's No Strings Attached, opposite Ashton Kutcher, which she described as a palate cleanser after the grueling training she needed for Black Swan. In 2011, she also became a part of the MCU when she was cast as Jane Foster in Thor, though would only reprise the role twice more, in 2013's Thor: The Dark World and 2022's Thor: Love and Thunder. In 2015, she tried her hand at directing as well, directing A Tale of Love and Darkness, which she also starred in and which got decent reviews. She had a few other films in 2015, including Terrence Malick's Knight of Cups and Jane Got a Gun. In 2016, she earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress for her portrayal of Jacqueline Kennedy in Jackie, which is about her life after JFK's assassination. In 2017, she was in Song to Song, and in 2018, she starred in Annihilation, which won critical acclaim. The last few years of the 2010s and the beginning couple years of the 2020s were a bit more lax for Portman, who focused on her activist work, but her most recent film, May December, won critical acclaim and has people considering her as a frontrunner for another Academy Award. Portman has had a long, varied career, and with a TV series, Lady in the Lake, in production at Apple, she's sure to add another notch to her already impressive career. One gets the sense that the best is still ahead for Natalie Portman.